for 8-year-old girls. I gave the ponies a shot, and the pony I ended up falling in love with, the one I ended up liking the most, Rarity. I like Rarity the pony. Rarity, so if you don't know, she's sort of the rich trust fund baby, bright white, so pretty waspy. Normally you'd think she'd be just a jerk to all of her friends, but she's really generous. She's got this eye for fashion. So it's kind of like a Kardashian with talent.
Oh.
Blows your mind, doesn't it? She's got an eye for fashion. She's always making costumes for her friends. I want to see her do like a season of Project Runway and just wipe the crowd with a competition. Just put every pony in a saddle. I want to see her design costumes for Lady Gaga. Like a saddle. I think I just want to see Lady Gaga in a saddle. I don't know what that means for me. You're welcome for that image, by the way. That won't leave you until 9 at night. You can scrub your eyes, but you can't scrub your brain.
Exactly.
The pony that you have to watch out for, the pony that freaks me out the most is Pinkie Pie. Pinkie Pie is the wacky pony who every excuse for her is an excuse to throw a party. Just bring out the cakes, bring out the cupcakes, bring out the party cannon. She's the one that keeps breaking the fourth wall, keeps waving to the crowd, keeps waving to the writer. She's like the Deadpool of the pony universe. Everything works and goes fine with Pinkie Pie. But she's that friend who, like, if they continue the series throughout college, like, Pinkie Pie's gonna be the ponies going wild. She will be the Jersey Shore pony. Her cutie mark would be the situation. Let's see your prayers do any work now. Pinkie Pie is the one that every excuse for her is an excuse for party, an excuse for cupcakes, an excuse for chocolates. That's most of her solo episodes too, is to stop eating all this candy. If she goes to college, she's gonna cut loose. Pony gone wild because she's gonna realize there's no adult supervision here. She's gonna overdo it. There's gonna be some point, some episode where she just binges on sugar and chocolate and goes all out, like Elle from Death Note visiting the Willy Wonka chocolate factory. Like Ninja Master Jiraiya visiting the Playboy Mansion.
Oh.
Like Goku at a buffet. I'm amazed you guys all got that. Thank you. I'm catered specifically to the 15 and 17-year-olds in the audience, in case you haven't figured it out by this point.
Exactly.
But you see, she's going to go over top. She's going to have so much sugar in her system, she won't have mosquitoes. She'll have hummingbirds. She'll have a new blood type from A positive to Splenda. Diabetics will feed from her like vampires. The pony will go all out, and that will be the end of it.
Oh, my God.
Oh, goodness. We haven't discussed that show yet on the podcast, but we're getting around to it. A little bit about the My Little Pony universe. Every pony eventually gets what's called a cutie mark, which is a little like birthmark or a tattoo that appears on your rump and basically tells you what you're going to do and be for the rest of your life. I just got mine last night. It's red and shaped like my girlfriend's hand. It'll be back. But the funny thing is, like, it comes in usually when, like, you're young, elementary school, and you have things like dreams and aspirations and lies like that. I want to be an astronaut when I grow up. I want to be an actress. I want to not be like my daddy. Dang it. I got a friend so egotistical, his pony mark would be him doing this. The cutie mark is a fun and fascinating endeavor, but it just comes and tells you eventually what you're going to be. And the bronies get a lot of flack on the internet, just as much as people who love the show. There are people who just don't understand it. Why are you still watching a show for 8-year-old girls? And to be honest, it's a show that just teaches young girls and kids and guys all together how to be a good friend, how to be a caring, compassionate individual, how to actually like your community and put forth your best hoof, no matter what. And if you have an issue with that, or if you have an issue that I'm in my late 20s and I'm still watching cartoons, I have a new idea. Kiss my cutie mark. I'm still watching cartoons. It's still fun. It's still fun. If you grow up watching enough subtitled anime, you start to get the greatest lie in your head, which is, I am understanding Japanese. No, you are not. Exactly. But you watch enough anime and you pick up, like, the basic essentials, right? Like, hello in Japanese. Goodbye in Japanese. Thank you. Very nice. Please help us. There's a giant robot. Just a... You're very good.
You got it.
You won the game. Oh, snap. But I'm always amazed how I have to translate for the non-geeks in my life, how I have to translate to, like, all my sisters, my parents. I was doing a show up at Rochester, New York. It's Sunday morning. We're in the Holiday Inn at the breakfast buffet, and 2 full fursuit furries enter. Imagine Disney's Robin Hood, live action. It's like oh good, the Holiday Inn also got bought out by Disney. Yeah. Maybe we'll see it in the next Avengers or Star Wars movie. So 2 old ladies sitting next to my girlfriend and I, clearly staring at literally the 400-pound gorilla in the room. They're wearing the costume equivalent to a lighthouse. You can't not look at these. And they ask, what is this? Oh boy. Here we go. All right, you rejects from the Golden Girls, here's how this works. So I explained, there's an anime convention in town that people like to dress up as whatever they want. They dress up as their favorite anime characters, their favorite cartoon characters, or favorite video game characters, or sometimes they'll just make something up on the fly and just have a fun time with it. It's cosplay. The most important part is that second part, come and play. So the grandma actually says to me, "Oh, I understand nerdy stuff. I watch The Big Bang Theory." I'm sorry. Let's go over that again. You understand nerds and geeks because you watch The Big Bang Theory? Maybe I know how to build a house because I used to watch Home Improvement. I know how to play Yu-Gi-Oh because I watch the abridged series on YouTube. I know how to eat people because I watch Shark Week. I hope that you never understand. I hope that they never understand that passion that never goes out of fashion, that desire and drive to not just watch something and go, well, that was a fun way to distract the fact that I don't like my parents. But you actually go into everything. You go back to the beginning. You watch everything. You project something onto it. You write something about it. You want to dress up like it. You want to understand why you love this thing as hardcore as you do. Pokemon fans today have the exact same problems that they did when I first got started 15 years ago. Fire type, water type, or grass type? You have to pay the phone bill. Important things are happening right now, honey. Fire type. There we go. You understand, geeks? No, you do not. You don't understand our passion. Have you ever stood outside at 1 a.m. in the freezing sleet outside of GameStop for the midnight release of Resident Evil 5 instead of celebrating your anniversary? Oh, I recognize you from the line, bro. Hey. Have you ever laughed in the face of an 8-year-old because you just kicked them out of your library's local Pokemon trading card tournament? I was making that up, but like, if you've actually done that, you can get away with it? I'm gonna do that next time. I'm still amazed at how many people out there haven't caught on. The geek have inherited the earth. Remember how there used to be posters for upcoming movies? They'd be on the banners of buses. They'd be on the entrance to the subway stations. What's up there now? Portal 2 and BioShock Infinite. Video games. You're welcome, America. You're welcome. And I'll tell you something about the geek community, the international geek community. We're not limited by things like age or religious or practice or weight or race or something you made up like a political border. We accept everyone to come and play. And our nation, our language of inside jokes and memes, it's a thing called the internet. That's ours. But I'm still blown away, like how many people don't know the basic differences? Star Wars, Star Trek, or like a board game like Candyland and Monopoly versus a tabletop role-playing game. I love my Dungeons & Dragons. I love my World of Darkness games. These are games where you sit down and decide with your friends, we're going to create our own characters and create our own stories and just go into it. Because I'll be honest, a good dungeon master will give their players challenges and rewards. A great dungeon master is going to give their players Stockholm Syndrome. You're going for a pizza delivery thing like 3 in the morning. You have to help us. He's kept us locked in the basement since Thursday. We haven't seen the sun, and we're going to miss the new episode of Doctor Who if you don't let us out. Why haven't you tried to escape? He promised me a sword. There is nothing stranger than listening to someone discuss what happened in a tabletop RPG or a LARP or a video game than actually what happened. Because to hear my friends talk about the campaigns and the horrors I set them against, you would think they're watching the next Michael Bay movie. We were underground. My dwarf swung from a chandelier and with his axe sliced the vampire in twain. 6 hours ago, it was actually roll, math, chart, math. You hit him for 6 damage, Steve. Way to go. It's nerds, it's geeks. We own this. We truly do. And it's a beautiful time to be in it because when you guys get older, like right now, when you guys reach your 40s, you're going to have nothing to complain about. You're going to be like, in my day, if you wanted new anime fresh from Japan, you got it. It was horrible. You had to open your own iPad, click your own app, and that was it. It was horrible. Let me tell you about the days of the VHS. Let me tell you something about original internet downloads. Let me tell you about the days where you couldn't make a phone call for 3 days because you had to see the next episode of Cowboy Bebop. You are in front of a computer and you didn't have the BitTorrents where they could just assemble the file. You had to pray that your AVI file downloaded correctly. An AVI file worked like this. Someone else out there has the episode I'm looking for. Yes, please stay online for the next 4.5 days for 20 minutes of robots. Yes, but it had to download all at once, all in that one first shot. If your download disconnected, or let's say your phone line decided to, just cop out at 99.8% of the download, which happened 99.5% of the time, and you were bummed. That's what you did. My papers are on the floor. This is sad. Come back. Come back. Hey. Yeah.